I love it.
Yeah, I came, I saw, I made lasagna. BOA, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I love this outfit that you're wearing today. Like, that is such a cute look. And how are you feeling after watching last night's episode?
I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling great. I feel tired. I feel hungry. I feel like I'm craving some lasagna, girl. It was a great episode. It was a great challenge, and like I'm so happy with how everything kind of played out. Unfortunately, I didn't win, obviously, but I made some amazing friends, and I told my story, and yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the episode. So the fortune teller mini challenge with Crystal. Did
Yep.
you guys get a chance to actually talk to Crystal at all outside of the challenge?
Well, what you saw on the show was what happened.
Okay, you guys didn't get to like kiki with her at all or ask any questions or anything like that?
Well, we talked on the phone, as you saw, and there may be some other stuff. I don't want to spill too much.
Okay, that's fair. Your choice to be a fortune teller and a stripper, I don't think I've ever seen a fortune teller that offers those kinds of services.
Well, girl, like she works hard for the money, girl. I don't know. I just thought it would be so funny to do that at my shows. I'll talk to audience members and I'll ask them questions. Where do you live? What's your name? And what do you do for work? And when they say, oh, well, I'm a computer, I go, she's a stripper. So I thought it'd be so funny to bring that in. And then I also wanted to incorporate elements of Estelle, Joey from Friends' manager. She's like a smoking old talent agent. And yeah.
There was layers to it. There was definitely layers to what you were
Definitely
doing.
A very intricate character.
Yes, yes. It was quite the sight. I don't think anyone saw that coming. We definitely weren't fortune tellers at home to see the reveal and just the titties all over the place. Yeah. It was great. Oh, man. So a lot of the things that came up last night had to do with bachelorette parties. Obviously, your lawyer video with Rita and with Jimbo was around bachelorette party experiences. Yep. So what are some of your kind of do's and don'ts, like straight women of the world? What do we need to know if we're going to have our bachelorette parties at a gay bar?
First thing I want to say, I love women. I love straight women. I love gay women. I love all the women. I love femininity. And I love bachelorettes. Hey, you know, it's just sometimes people get a bit too drunk. They get a bit too wild, and they don't know when is too much. So I just want to say, like, just chill, have a good night, and just don't keep your distance. Well, I guess now in COVID times, yeah, keep your distance. But just try to make sure everyone's having a fun time, and don't try to be too pushy. And yeah.
Yeah, COVID might be a good way for all of us to learn those barriers, you know, keeping our distance from each other, asking for consent if you're going to touch somebody. Like maybe this can be a way to kind of rework our brains when it comes to interacting in those spaces.
Exactly.
Or even now you see some places that are doing drag shows and the like, they're doing like the barriers. So even if someone is trying to like throw change at you now, it'll just bounce back off of the barrier. Let's talk about the denim on denim runway. Those wings with your outfit. Did you pack those or did you make those in the workroom?
I packed those, and they were supposed to actually shoot out, and they were supposed to start small and scissor out. But the way I packed them, I don't know what happened, but I think there was an issue with the joints or the pivots, and I had to actually walk out with them already open.
It looked beautiful though. It was so dramatic when you walked out, and it was just like, wow. These huge wings. It was such a cool look with the way that it was hanging. Even though Tom Green, that whole thing with his costume as the wind was just a little bit interesting. How did you feel about that comparison between his wind costume and your wings?
I thought it was so funny, but he kept talking about it. I was like, come on, girl, you're not helping my case here.
Okay, so can I get a little behind the scenes info? So obviously with the magic of TV editing, that whole thing took about 10 seconds. How long was that bit of him like calling his mom and getting the photo and stuff like that?
It was literally 10 seconds. It was as quick as you saw on television.
What a professional. What a
great
professional. And the question that we always see on Drag Race, but it always causes a little drama. The who should go home question.
Yeah.
Obviously, how do you feel about that question? Do you think it's worth asking? Like, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts when that comes up?
it's definitely worth asking, and it definitely makes for great television. I thought everyone was gonna say me, so when Scarlett said lemon, I was like, oh, and then Alona said lemon, and I went face crack, and then I was like, well, I'd have to say lemon as well, just jumping on the bandwagon, and yeah.
I got a question on Reddit asking about your relationship with Lemon. Obviously, we saw with what was said on the stage and then with Untucked, there's a little bit of tension. Like, how are things between the two of you now?
We're great. Like me and all the girls, we're like so close. We're such a family, honestly. Like you put 12 drag queens in a box and shake them around, they're gonna get at each other's throats. Like honestly, just like me and Kyne. Like I love Kyne. Kyne is the sweetest person ever, and even Scarlett. Like I've known Scarlett for years. Me and Scarlett talk. We all just love each other. We're all good friends, and we all support each other.
That's great. Yeah, it's it's a different experience that us watching at home can't even begin to understand. I got another question from Reddit here. Is there anything that you would have done differently now that you've been watching the show from at home?
Ooh, I would have packed a bigger breastplate. Those boobs were so tiny and so weird looking, and I just grabbed it from a friend last minute, but I wish I wore it more, and I changed the proportions of it.
Yeah, proportionizing. It's important to have that proportionizing. But what's next for you? What do you got going on? What's going on? Do you have maybe a lasagna cookbook that you're
Oh my God, I should
working on?
do that. That'd be awesome. I know I want to go on tour once we're able to. I want to do lots of shows. We're gonna be doing some music. More merch is coming out. You can actually get my merch on BOATheDragQueen.com, and I'm gonna hopefully do it all.
Why not? That's the cool thing about Drag Race is once you're on the show, it kind of shows you maybe a type of talent that you wouldn't be aware of, maybe a skill that you didn't know you have. So why not?
Exactly.
Any sort of word on when that music could be coming out, or are you going to keep that a secret?
I'm going to keep it a secret for now. But be on the lookout. Be on the lookout, that's for sure.
Yes. Follow all the socials. Everyone follow you on all the socials. We'll put all the links down below. Speaking of music, when you hear Alessia Cara, do you get triggered now?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Oh. Although it is really nice that the show has been playing more Canadian artists. Like we're keeping it very Canadian with the music that's playing and everything. So it's nice to see kind of like that love for Canadian talent and just love for Canadian talent in general, especially with the drag, and getting to see you guys on TV has been so great to see. Just all the love for Canada.
Yeah, it's been like, Canadian queens worked so hard because we never really had the option of going into Drag Race. So once it was announced, there was a huge, we already work our asses off. There was a huge shift. Everyone just really skyrocketed and tried so hard to get on the show and really just upgrade everything. So it's really amazing to see like Canadian drag be put on that platform and be enjoyed and be celebrated and be loved.
It is so great to see because obviously with a lot of things with pop culture and things like that, that stuff sort of trickles easier north than it does south. Like we get inundated with American stuff all of the time. So to see Canadians getting this platform, seeing just the show in general is now being like broadcast around the world. It's so great to see great Canadian talent such as yourself getting this world stage.
Yeah, it really is something. Like I'm just so proud to be here and like just show my journey and showcase my art.
Absolutely, and cannot wait to see what you do next. Do you have any final words, any sort of message you want to give to the fans?
Follow me on social media, and don't be afraid to be different. Be yourself. Be true to you because, like we only got one life and you might as well just live it the best you can.
Absolutely. That is such a great message. BOA, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday.
Thank you. You too. Nice seeing you.
Bye.
Bye.